Now we got the best fighters at 155 pounds to ever do it in the UFC. Who do you have and why? Top three.
Top three at 55.
Don't tell me you're not about to put Frankie Edgar in there. Please don't tell me you're not going to put him in there.
You have to put him in there. You have to.
Nah, I was kind of kidding though.
Nah, I feel like you kind of have to.
Really?
I would say initial thought we put him in there, but he could get bumped off.
All right,
But I
let's
just
see.
feel like right now we might have to put him in there.
Let's see. So we got him. I'm gonna throw some names out there. We
We
got
got we
Khabib.
got BJ Penn. He was big back in the day.
Okay. We got Khabib. We have Islam. Got Dustin Poirier. Probably not one of the best, but definitely big name in that weight class. We got the current GO Ilya. Yeah. Oh, we also have Ben Henderson,
Ben Henderson and Anthony Pettis.
Anthony Pettis. These people that was
We got
legendary.
Rafael dos Santos.
Okay, so out of these people, who do we feel like deserves to have that
We
title?
definitely
I
got.
think we
We
gotta put
definitely got
Khabib.
to. We have to put Habib up there.
Yeah. Now, do we put Islam in there?
We kind of have to because I feel like outside of Habib, he has the strongest case to be in that top three.
But is that just like a recency bias though?
I mean, but okay, so if we're not, so we got Habib up there most definitely. So he's secured. The other options for two and three, I mean, Islam is definitely a strong contender for that top three. Frankie Edgar's a strong contender for that top three.
Ben Henderson was beating Frankie Edgar.
Then, this is a situation where we got to pull the resumes out again.
Yeah, we have to because these are tough, man. All right, so we're gonna do Frankie Edgar.
Because we can't blindly pick them based off what we think we remember.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go ahead, pull these records out. So we got Frankie Edgar. Who else do we have? We have Islam. We gotta look at that resume because I feel like it's gonna be a recency bias going on if we're just like, oh, Islam Makhachev, just because he's been lately doing a lot,
I
But
feel like those will probably be the two strongest cases because I don't feel, again, I could be wrong, but I don't feel Pettis. I feel like Ben Henderson had a stronger resume than Anthony Pettis at 55.
yeah, I would just say Anthony Pettis just did it the smoothest. Like
It was, yeah.
Pettis was a smooth criminal back in the day.
When he was in his prime at 55 in the
What?
UFC, he had the potential to be a massive star because he had the look and he was just smooth in it.
Swaggy, like
Yeah,
just
he
let's
just
just
didn't
all right,
get there.
let me jump into these resumes. Here's why Anthony Pettis didn't ever, kind of take it to that next level as far as skill. I just think he had an old school style, right? He had that jujitsu and kickboxing style, that jujitsu and Muay Thai style, which is great. But it was like era one of MMA. It wasn't like no,
Yeah.
let me not say one. One would be like 1993 when all the styles were still.
I would say like
Yeah, the
era
second era.
two.
Yeah, like when they first was able to do multiple things. That was him. And he had some talent. But the thing is that he didn't really have boxing and he has no wrestling game at all, like non-existent. And
Defensive or offensively. It's
yeah,
just
there's
not there.
none, like none. But he had one of the nastiest bottom jujitsu games, like on the bottom, throwing up
Yeah.
triangles, throwing up arm bars, like nasty from his back. But just no offensive jujitsu game at all.
So are we eliminating him?
No, he's definitely not on the list, but I just wanted to go over what made him not be able to be up there. And I would say like probably the two things is the two things that make the modern day MMA fighter so great. Boxing and wrestling. So his style kind of lacked traditional boxing, didn't really work off his jab, kind of just like a freestyle Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah.
And when you got a good boxer in front of you, that's just not going to cut it. And then no wrestling. If you put him down on his back, he's not going to turn over and work his way up. Just
Yeah.
doesn't really have a wrestling game.
And I feel like also, if you think about it, nowadays, a lot of the guys that are I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot of them, but some of the guys that are really good kickers are also
Yeah,
good boxers. So they're able to set those kicks up with their hands. Pettis didn't have that ability. He didn't have
yeah,
the ability.
exactly.
He was just kicking. Like,
But so now let's get back into who do we think that actually was going to be in that spot. So Now we got Ben Henderson. Ben Henderson is pretty much going up against Frankie Edgar and Islam, right? Is out of those three, is there anybody else that we should be arguing to
RDA.
beat?
I would say RDA. I would say. I mean,
Know about that. I mean, who would he beat? Anthony Pettis? Who else?
yeah, we're gonna take him off
Yeah,
because
I mean,
I just thought that he did lose badly to Eddie Alvarez. So
and he lost badly to Habib. Yeah, I don't know if he did too much. So all right, let's go over these records now. So Ben Henderson, when he first got into the UFC. So if I'm not mistaken, when he first got into the UFC, did he no, because so Anthony Pettis was the first champion at 155. So then Ben Henderson came and worked his way up to get the belt. Okay. So he went in there, he beat Jim Miller, beat Clay Guida, which is a good win.
yeah, especially at that time, Jim Miller's a good win at that time too.
Yeah, he beat Bosek. He beat Frankie Edgar twice. He beat Nate Diaz. Beat Gilbert Melendez. Lost to Anthony Pettis, just stylistically, just a bad matchup stylistically. Beat Josh Thompson. Beat Rustam Kabilov. Lost to Rafael dos Anjos. Lost to Donald Cerrone, which is crazy. I don't know how he lost to him, but
Yeah,
then he
that's a
beat
blemish. That's a blemish.
that's gonna that's not a good look. And he beat Brandon Thatch, don't know who that is. Then he beat Jorge Masvidal, and then he went to Bellator after that. So in his UFC reign, he has good names. He beat Nate Diaz, Frankie Edgar, Gilbert Melendez, Josh Thompson, and he beat Clay Guida and Jim Miller
At Masvidal.
and Masvidal. And he beat Donald Cerrone in WEC
Yeah,
twice. Beat him twice in WEC, so he's 2-1 against him. So that's a strong resume.
yeah,
Now let's look at Frankie Edgar's resume. Because right now it's looking like he's going to be above Frankie, but let's take a look.
yeah.
So he was in the UFC for a minute, man. He beat a dude named Tyson Griffin. Never heard of him. Mark
I heard
Hogan.
him.
Oh, you heard of him? He's pretty decent.
Yeah, he was alright.
He was 8-0 at the time, so it was a good win at the time. Mark Bosek, Spencer Fisher, lost to Gray Maynard, beat Hermes. Don't know these dudes. Sean Shirk. I remember Sean Shirk. He was decent.
Yeah.
He beat Matt Veach, don't know who that is. Beat BJ Penn twice. So that's his claim to fame is he beat BJ Penn twice right there.
People don't know how good BJ Penn was.
And he beat BJ Penn twice. He had a draw with Gray Maynard and then beat Gray Maynard. So he's basically 50-50 against Gray Maynard. Lost twice to Ben Henderson. Then he went down, dropped the weight class. He went down to 45, lost to Jose Aldo, and then that was pretty much it. He just kept dropping weight classes after that. So from what I'm seeing right here, I got Ben Henderson above Frankie Edgar for sure.
So at that point, I mean, we don't even got to check Islam's resume because he's in there.
I mean, but how are we just gonna carte blanche put him in there though? Like, let's just look at his record really
No,
fast.
because if it's a top three, we're saying that Habib is in there, and we're saying that Ben Henderson is in there. There's one more slot. We know it's not going to be Pettis. We know it's
Yeah,
not.
but who's to say it's not gonna be Ilya? It's like, nah, he got one win. I mean, but we still got a case for Dustin Poirier. I mean, don't we have a case for other people?
But no, because Dustin is not. Dustin was never champion, so therefore
You touch gold.
he didn't touch gold, man. So like you can't. I don't care how good your resume is. These guys have strong resumes as well, and they're champions,
So do you feel like
undisputed.
a prerequisite has to be that you put your fingertips on gold at least once?
Exactly. Because if Ben were never champions, or let's say Ben was never champion, then there's an argument there. Then I will put Dustin over him, right? But Ben was a champion. I don't care. You're not getting put over somebody who touched undisputed gold.
So you don't think interim gold don't count?
It don't.
So
Interim
what's interim
interim
gold?
interim gold is just
A placeholder?
it's a placeholder more times than not. It's just a placeholder. It's just a golden ticket to the title. That's all it is. It's just something to put on the poster to get people to go, okay, there's a title fight going on. I'm watching that. It's for the casuals.
Damn. All right, so Islam's resume in the UFC. He beat a lot of dudes that just don't know who they are. Gleison Tibau, he beat him. He lost to some dude named Adriano Martins, but that was his only loss. And then he beat Arman Sarukian. Great win. Then he beat Thiago Moises, Dan Hooker, He beat King Green. Bobby
He
Green took
hasn't.
that.
Who has?
Oh, his best win at 155. He beat Charles Oliveira. He beat Alex Volkanovski twice. First one was some BS though. And then he beat Dustin Poirier. And then he beat Moicano, which is whatever. I don't love his resume, man, but he did beat a lot of the modern day dudes, so we can't argue with it. I would say his best ones: Alex Volkanovski, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and his number one best win obviously is going to be Bobby Green. Islam beat Bobby Green, so of course
Not
he
what I
has
thought you was gonna say, but
he beat Bobby Green, so Islam has to be top three. Yeah, is there anybody else that we could think of that could be possibly in this top three? Please give me somebody that I could put over Islam. Someone.
I don't think so because I think BJ Penn was better at 70, not 55. And also his era, he was the champion of BJ Penn. I don't remember what weight class, but regardless, he came from an era where the competition wasn't as great. It was great for the time, but it's not comparable to the competition right now. So there's
That's
no way that a guy from then can be over somebody from now in certain weight classes. And 55 would be one of those weight classes where a guy from then can't be over somebody from now.
that's true. All right, so then we have it. Top three: Khabib, Islam, Ben Henderson.